What's up, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. I got a couple things to talk about in this video today. So we got Cosmic Crucible first day live today. Well, for you, it's going to be yesterday in regards to when you're watching this video. But I wanted to kind of talk about a quick recap and how some things went down. I did the roster video and talked about who I was putting on defense and who I was saving for offense. So kind of want to show you guys what happened in those matchups and, you know, the success or lack of, or whatever, or lack of success, we'll see, that we did have. I also wanted to talk about Gambit and Rogue. So we did obviously find out now that Rogue is going to be the Famine Horseman that's going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force here in patch 6.2, and her kit is insanely OP, and I'm starting to think that there's a potential chance that we might be able to take Gambit and Rogue together and use them on the Astonishing X-Men team for your Doom Raid content, and potentially might be able to take out Bishop. Woo! I know it's controversial. I can't believe he said it, but let's dive into the first thing here, guys. So first thing I wanted to talk about was Cosmic Crucible and sort of kind of what went down here and how successful we were able to be. So as you can see right now, we had a favorable sort of we had a victory, right? Basically. So we were able to get 50,146 points. Randy Andy valiant effort was only able to get 40,000 points. And I think a lot of that was really because of the defense that I had set up with my Wakandans. So we talked about this already, that Wakandans potentially may be really OP when it comes to Cosmic Crucible, right? And looking at some of the results that we got here, they definitely seem to be a formidable team. And I got another screenshot that I probably just got rid of, and there was a screenshot that showed a 900k Eternals team going up against a like 500k Wakandan team, and that was what it took to be able to beat it. They're very strong. Now, this was room 5. This is my attack in room 5, where I used my Young Avengers against their Heroes for Hire team. Heroes for Hire, just not a very good defensive team, so I was able to kind of walk through that fairly easily. But here, this is what happened with my Wakandans on defense. So set them on defense, 482k. We got like 4 or so T4s into my Wakandans, and as you can see, they were not able to clear my room. Now, I don't clear this room at all. Like, they were not able to beat my Wakandans. Now, I do want to say, I do think that to a certain extent, there were some bad selection of characters here, as you can see, right? They used Doc Ock with Sinister Six to go up against Wakandans. I think they kind of underestimated how strong the Wakandans are going to be. I mean, they're getting a lot of speed. There's a lot of damage. The assist mechanic. There's a lot that this team can do here. And I think that they underestimated how well the Wakandans got reworked and how good they're going to be able to do in this game mode. We saw they also try to use Web Warriors here again to try to go after my Wakandans. Didn't work. Took out Killmonger, but that was basically it. And then it looks like they probably just ran out of some teams here and had to probably throw X-Force. They maybe went too heavy on defense and were not able to get through my Wakandan team. So essentially this room, you only get 3 attacks per room. And if you don't clear the room after those 3 attacks, then that's it for you. And that's essentially what happened here in room 5. So unfortunate that happened. They also did have some failed attacks against my room 6 defense too. We had our new warriors with Silver Surfer and Sinister Six and Mr. Sinister, I should say here. They used Dark Hunters kind of with Eternals. Didn't go well there. They had to finish up with X Factor and Ultron, but those are kind of the ones that were most notable matches. But we were able to kind of full clear everything by using, you know, our Darkhold team. We did an Infinity Watch mirror match. We did Secret Avengers here against this Doom Sinister team. We used Weapon X against Black Order. We used I showed you Young Avengers against this team right here. Against Young Avengers, we ended up using our Darkhold team, which I mentioned earlier, and then also we used Eternals to kind of walk through that. So it was fairly easy to get through Cosmic Crucible. I suspect that the matchups are going to get a little bit harder as people start to figure some things out and figure out exactly what to leave on defense and then what to place on offense. I think that people will start to kind of figure out, okay, well, what the hell? Like, how do we work this? How do we do this to where we make it challenging enough on defense so that they have to do multiple attacks, and then, you know, leave enough on offense to where you can be able to full clear? So a lot of things are going to be figured out there. Now, in regards to being able to use some offensive teams for some attacks, we found out right through this blog post that now we know who the next legendary horseman is going to be, and it's going to be Rogue. Of course, who's going to be coming now to the Unlimited X-Men team. Unlimited X-Men team is going to be a Cosmic Crucible team. And I just want to say that Rogue is just insanely OP. We don't really need to look at the rest of the kit. We're mainly going to talk about just her special ability here, which is a 2-for-2 cost. So she's gonna be able to get this often, right? And it just apply all of the following negative effects to the primary target for 2 turns, applying trauma, slow, defense down, offense down, ability block, heal block, disrupted. Just insane already by just being able to do that. Then you're reducing the speed bar of the primary target, attacking the primary by 50%, attacking the primary target with 375% damage. Then she's gaining all these positive effects: safeguard, speed, taunt, defense up, offense up, immunity. So you're never going to be able to clear that off of her. And because it's a 2 out of 2 turn, she's going to be able to get safeguard quite often, right? So every 1.5 turns, she's going to be able to get the safeguard back. She's gaining evade. She's slow. She's filling her speed bar by 50%. Which it's just absolutely insane. And the rest of the kit is just also OP as well. She's applying a stun gear with the ultimate. She's copying and clearing 2 positive effects from each enemy. With her basic, she's doing some other stuff. She's doing some more damage. If the primary target does, let's slow down here. Clearing barrier on the basic on the primary target, attacking for 300% damage. If the primary target doesn't have barrier, then she attacks for a bonus attack. So now she is a protector, so we don't know exactly like what her stats are going to be, right? Like, is she going to be a character that does a lot of damage? I'm not quite sure that that's going to be a thing. We're going to have to see sort of kind of how that works. But yeah, very interesting kit and very powerful kit. And I'm starting to think now that based on kind of just what we see here with Rogue and the trauma and the ability block, and then what we already knew about Gambit, right? So remember Gambit and his skills and his ability, his special has that no energy cost, so he's gonna be able to do this every single turn that he takes. He's attacking a primary and adjacent targets for 300% piercing, applying the bleed, and then whenever he does have these charges, right, ability block to the primary target and then lose 1 charge. I mean, I just feel like these 2 characters, although there is some synergy with them having Unlimited X-Men. Some players have said that they wish that they had a little bit more synergy than just like the tags. I do think that they're still going to be a formidable tandem if you decide to use them in some other content. And what I'm thinking right now is that there's a possibility that we probably might be able to use Rogue and also use Gambit in these Doom raids with Jubilee, with Beast, and with Iceman. And you might be saying, well, why would you take out Bishop off of that team? He's low cooldowns. He's essentially a lot of their damage. Why would you take him off that team? Well, the reason why is because I kind of want to still keep Iceman on the team. Now, this is premature. We're going to have to see exactly how this works. But I feel like you kind of still want to keep Iceman there because of Iceman's passive, right? So if you look at Iceman's passive, whenever an enemy does have slow in raids, right, he's lowering the armor by 20% for all enemies with slow, and then also in raids he's lowering the damage by 30% for all enemies that do have a slow. So for me, I feel like you really want to still keep Iceman, although Bishop does have that. He is essentially their damage dealer. I think you're gonna be able to get a lot of damage from Gambit. And because remember, Gambit does damage. He's a blaster. He's going to be able to get offense up from Beast. If we kind of go back to Beast in his kit here, Beast will have a little bit of synergy with both Rogue and also with Gambit, but then now also with Rogue, he'll be able to apply offense up to self and all blaster allies. So Gambit is a blaster, so he'll be able to get that offense up. So gonna be, and then Gambit has that out of turn damage, right? Remember with this passive, Gambit has at the end of any enemy turn, he's gonna be able to attack the most injured enemy, ignorant taunt for 180% piercing damage, and then he's also going to be able to apply heal block. So I think that there's a possibility here. Now, we don't know. We're gonna have to test it and see exactly what's gonna happen. But I do think that there is a possibility that we might be able to actually see maybe Beast not being able to be used. And a lot of players are not using Bishop. A lot of players are not using Bishop right now on that last boss node, right? They're using Omega Red, they're using Emma, they're taking out Kitty and taking out Bishop in order to be able to do so and attack Doom. But I think even for those previous nodes, there might be an alternative to actually using Gambit and also using Rogue as well. And I also like that Gambit too, with his passive ability, is gonna give the rest of the other X-Men team, the entire X-Men team that's there, including the Astonishing X-Men, this extra 25% health in those raids. So considering that, you know, Jubilee's already given Beast some additional health as well, and Iceman some additional health. Now you're also going to have some additional health from Gambit as well with this passive. But Rogue's kit looks really, really strong and really, really powerful. And I think that there's definitely going to be some solid usage that you're going to be able to get from her here. Just based on a lot of the stuff that she's able to do. And also I think she does apply, she applies slow as well, right? So apply slow. So yeah, with this ability, she also does apply slow. So there's a little bit more synergy even with Iceman, and whoever she applies slow to, Iceman will be able to reduce that damage as well by that 30%. So I think that there definitely will be some solid synergy there that could definitely work in these Doom raids, if you ask me. So my initial thoughts and my feel here on Rogue is that she's definitely going to be a powerful character. Obviously in Cosmic Crucible, now there's going to be a question. Hey, do we want to use unlimited X-Men on defense? Do we want to use unlimited X-Men on offense? The jury is definitely still going to be out. I think I always err on the side of going offense first and then kind of figuring some things out later when it comes to defense. But what I'm seeing right now with Rogue, pretty excited about. Keep in mind, next patch 6.2 is when she's going to be released in Marvel Strike Force in another Scourge event, and you're going to need your Young Avengers, your A-Force characters, or Inhumans in order to be able to unlock her. And I think a lot of players right now are investing pretty heavy into Young Avengers and trying to figure some things out, whether they're going to do a combo hybrid of Inhumans with A-Force. There is some concern with Nico Minoru and her kit being so RNG based. That may not feel good in the Scourge event. Spider-Woman is also, they made a mention in the blog post here that although her kit is not currently working correctly, that they are going to be fixing that. Yeah, so Spider-Woman's passive ability here, Pheromone Fighter, where it's applying accuracy reduction to characters with offense down to enemies outside of war. That is going to be fixed in the next patch. So it seems as if those Spider-Woman as well may not even really be that great of an option for your Scourge event. So I think a lot of players are probably going to end up leading into the other two A-Force characters, Captain Marvel, JJ, and potentially kind of mixing and matching with Yo-Yo, Black Bolt, and maybe even Crystal. That's probably where a lot of players are going to go, just trying to figure out how to be able to conquer the Scourge event here. But yeah, I mean, how do you guys feel about Rogue? What do you feel about her kit? Do you think that she's OP or powerful? What do you think in regards to Doom raids? Do you think it's a crazy idea to even think about taking out Bishop? I can understand it. I definitely do, but I do think that definitely for sure that there is going to be a moment and an opportunity where you may not need Bishop in some of these raid nodes, even though he does have that low cooldown. I think Rogue, Gambit, along with Beast, Jubilee, and Iceman will probably be able to get the job done in these mutant raids even better than we're probably thinking. So those are my thoughts, guys. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Want to know what your thoughts are as well. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate being able to connect with you guys there as well. Check out the links that are down below in the description. And until next time, guys, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Bye.
Where it's going, where this is going, like what you do.